Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into ClearSign Technologies, and let me tell you, their board committee changes are about as exciting as watching paint dry. But stick with me, there might be a hidden gem or two, or maybe just some interesting dust bunnies. ClearSign makes some interesting products related to emissions and efficiency. Let's see what this 8K current report tells us. We will be digging into some changes to their board committees, which actually can tell of some very important changes in the company and in the board attitude. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. This report is about some internal changes that went into effect in late June of 2025. So this all fairly recently happened. It's a snapshot of some shifts happening behind the scenes at ClearSign. These kinds of reports aren't usually about huge events, but they can tell you a lot about a company's priorities, about who has more power, and about what the board is getting ready for. The main thing this report covers is a shuffle of members and leadership in ClearSign's board committees. Board committees are kind of like sub-teams of the board of directors, each one focusing on a certain important area like finances, compensation, or how the company is run to comply with rules and laws. Now, the board thought it was time to mix things up based on recommendations from their nominating and corporate governance committee, which is just the committee that decides who should be on which committee basically. These changes became official around the end of June of 2025. First up is the Audit and Risk Committee, which is responsible for oversight of the company finances and assessing and managing risk. Judith Frecker is still the chairperson, but there are some new faces. Both Todd Silver and Louis Bassanese were appointed to the committee. Dee Lacey left. Mali, another member, will be there until the next annual meeting. Think of the Audit and Risk Committee as the financial watchdog of the company. This group makes sure the company's accounting is accurate and that potential risks are identified and dealt with responsibly. Changes in this committee can signal a shift in focus toward greater financial scrutiny or a change in risk tolerance. Next, we have the Human Capital and Compensation Committee. This is the group that decides how much the executives get paid and what sort of benefits they get. Louis Bassanese is now the chairperson. Mali will stay until the next meeting, and Schrecker also will be a member here together with DeLacy. This committee has a big impact on how the company attracts, retains, and motivates its top talent. They set the tone for company culture and can align executive pay with the company's performance. Pay can go up or down on this basis, that's why it's good to keep up with this data. Lastly, there's the Nominating and Corporate Governance Committee, which is in charge of finding and recommending new board members and making sure the company follows all the rules and regulations. Catherine DeLacy is the chairperson. Silver has been appointed to this group. Also, Mali will be member of the committee until the meeting, as with the rest. This committee plays a key role in shaping the company's leadership and ensuring it operates ethically and responsibly. Putting Silver here potentially signals they want to bring him into a leadership position at some point. Okay, that was the main info in the filling tab did. Now let's zoom out and see what these committee changes might mean for ClearSign Technologies. First, the shifts in the Audit and Risk Committee could indicate that the company is getting serious about tightening its financial controls, or maybe is dealing with some new and existing risks. The changes related to compensation are related to the job market, with a lot of companies rethinking how to retain people. More people are seeing these filings and seeing the pay gap between them and the higher-ups, and with the current work ethic, there's a lot of factors to consider. The Nominating and Corporate Governance Committee changes might indicate that ClearSign is looking to freshen up its board with new perspectives, or that they want to ensure higher ethical standards. Also, it is common to place someone onto the Nominating and Corporate Governance Committee if you plan to promote them into bigger roles later on. This committee has a lot of power and influence. In summary, while on the surface these committee changes might seem boring, they can actually tell you a lot about a company's priorities, strategy, and values. Alright, that's our breakdown of ClearSign's latest board committee shuffle. I know it wasn't the most exciting report out there, but hopefully you learned something new about what to look for. What's your take on these changes and what they might signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was helpful, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button. And please subscribe for more deep dives. Also, don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.